we want to look at binomials, and when we look at binomials, we're going to look at the factorial, the permutation, and the combinations. All right, what is this factorial thing all about? Well, what is generally, let me write it here, the factorial. All right, if you have a number, say n, and you say n factorial, the way you write it is that n exclamation mark equals, what that is the number n multiplied by 1 less than n, so it's n minus 1, multiplied by 1 less than n minus 1, which is n minus 2, multiplied by 1 less than that, which is n minus 3, and so on and so forth, right down till you reach 3 times 2 times 1. That generally is what is referred to as the factorial. All right? So, for example, what is 5 factorial? 5 factorial is equal to 5 by 4 by 3 by 2 by 1. What would this happen to be now? 5 4 is 20, 23, 60, 62, 120 times 1 is 120, 120. 4 factorial would be 4 by 3 by 2 by 1, which is 4 3 is 12, 12 2 is 24. What about 3 factorial? That will be 3 by 2 by 1, which is 6, right? And 2 factorial is equal to 2 by 1. 1 factorial is just 1. All right. So, there you have it. So, now, that's the argument on the factorials. Now, permutation. What is this all about? So, let's look at this issue of the permutation of a number, all right? Or I might say permutation of objects, rather. Now, permutation is really an arrangement where the order matters. All right? So in a permutation, the order matters. So in this case, for example, suppose you have the letters A, B, C, and you want to put them, arrange them and see how many ways you can arrange these letters. What you could do is see how many ways you can put the first letter. The first letter. You can have A, or you can put B, or you can put C. Alright. Suppose I want to arrange them in this table here. Alright. And I put A first. Now, there are only 2 letters left. After I put 1 letter, if it's A, and I'm arranging downwards, then I can only put B. Alright? The first and the second letter. The first letter can be A, B, or C. If it's A I put, then I can put B, or I could put C next. Whatever the case is. If I put B, I cannot put B again. I have to put either A or C. So I could say, for example, put C here, or it could be A, whatever the case is. If I put C as the first letter, I cannot use it again. I have only A or B left. So the first 3 letters available, all right? Now, for the second, in the second position, after I put down my first letter, I have only 2 left. It could be A, B, if I had put C, or if I had put A, could be B or C, A or B, B, C, could be B or C, it could be A or C, whatever the case is. But the argument here is that once you put down your first letter, you only have 2 letters left. Then after you put down your second letter, in the third position, there's only 1 letter left. All right? So, let me erase my table here. What you could have, the number of ways that you can arrange the first is 3, second, 2, third, 1. What you could have is A, or you could have B, or you could have C as the first letter. That's the first letter. For the second letter, if you put A, then you'd have to put B, or if you put A first, you'd have to put C second. If you had put B first, you would have to put A second or C second. Or if you had chosen to put C first, you'd have to put A second, or you could put B second. So here you have 2 letters available to put in the second position. But the thing is, how many total do you have? In total, for the second, it could be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So here you have 3, then you have 6. That is for the first position, and then the second position. What about the third position? What would be available for the third position? If you had put A, then B, then you'd have to put C. But if you had put A, then C, then you would have to put B, because A and C are gone. All right. You could have B, A, and then C, or B, C, and then A. You could have C, A, and then you have B, or CB, then you have A. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 available. All right. You would have ABC, or ACB, or BAC, or BCA, or CAB, or CBA. You get the point? So we're just looking at the arrangements in which the order matters, the arrangement of ABC. So writing down the arrangements, you'd have A, B, C, as in this case, or you have A, C, B. That's one arrangement. Starting with A, you could start with B, then you have B, A, C, as in this case, then B or B, C, A, you see, or it could be C, A, B, or C, B, A. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ways that you could arrange these things. By the way, what was the permutation of 3 again. 3 permutation would be 3 by 2 by 1, which is 6. So, there you have 6 ways in which you could rearrange A, B, C. And we're looking at permutations. Now, there are 6 permutations here. It means 6 arrangements in which the order matters. So, let me make a note of that. What we have are 6 permutations. All right. Now, the thing is, when you look at these, you could say, suppose the order doesn't matter. Well, if the order does not matter, then what you're talking about is a combination. So, with a combination, the order does not matter. For example, now, suppose you say that you have A, B, and C. It's 3 paintings on a wall, and you want to arrange them in that order on the wall. Then in that case, the order matters. You are doing interior decoration, and you look at the size of the paintings, and you say you want the one on this side to be the large one, the one in the middle to be the medium size, and the one at the end to be the smallest. You want that order. So that in that case, the order matters. Now suppose it's a case where you're carrying the paintings to a studio and you're going to put them in the trunk of the car. You just want to put the paintings in the trunk of the car to transport them. In that case, you might say the order doesn't matter. Whichever one you put first, just put the second and the third. It doesn't matter whether you put A first, B second, C third, whatever the case is. It doesn't matter. In that case, you have a combination. It's an arrangement where the order doesn't matter. What matters here is that only A, B, and C you want. You don't want D, E, F, or any other letter. So what you have is one combination. One combination. And while you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 permutations. All right? Now, that's the main difference between the permutations and the combinations. The permutation is an arrangement where the order matters. The order that you put one is counted as different from the order that you put the other. The combination is one in which the order does not matter. It doesn't matter which one you put first, second, third, whatever the case is. All right? All right, we'll continue looking at this topic in a later video. So I'll see you then.